To preface and disclosure really quickly, no, I'm not a medical doctor or medical pro. This is not advice or application to take a position in any form. I'm just a guy who can look things up, but the TLDR of this is no. As far as I can tell, no TikTok dances will solve this despite what you hear. So while I was trying to look this up, the FDA did actually approve a treatment called Jynneos by a maker called Bavarian Nordic. Bavarian Nordic is a traded stock, and I currently have no position and no plans to acquire a position at this current moment. That might change in the future, I don't know. But I did notice some weird discrepancies about this thing that I want to highlight for you. First off the bat, there are two tickers for the stock in the same exchange, the OTC exchange. The reason why this is strange is typically you don't see this. What you typically see is that you see one that's listed in North America in OTC, NYSE, NASDAQ, whatever, and then another one listed in their own home country's exchange. As far as I can tell right now, the only two things I could see different are the last two letters in the ticker and the fact that one of them did a reverse split. Secondly, I cannot stress this enough about OTC exchanges. They have very low liquidity. Just look at their volume history as an indication. These levels that you play might not be large enough to handle your full order, and that goes both ways, for both in and out. And with the notion of how OTC orders are, they're a little bit stickier than other exchanges. The third thing is that I'm not fully aware of what Denmark's version of the SEC is, and I would caution people against foreign stocks, mainly because some of them may not be up to the American disclosure standards, and secondly being, again, not a lawyer, if something is misreported or whatever reason you incur a huge financial loss from this, investor protections do not or may not apply to you because you're not a citizen of that country. I'll link their annual report down below and you can thumb through to your heart's content, but I'm not a biomed guy and this is kind of foreign territory for me. The only thing I saw that interests me particularly was the executive vice president is from GlaxoSmithKline, which is a more well-known established drug manufacturer from the UK. There are some legalese. I saw mentions of something that said BARDA contracts in notes 2 and 3, but it's not something that I'm particularly well versed in, and it might be something, it might not be. If you find something, let us know down in the comments down below. For perspective, I mainly look at things from a market structure, market mechanic point of view. And if I'm unable to find either or, then I look at things from a point of risk. If I can't find something to latch onto that holds up against a high level of scrutiny, it's not something I feel confident going into, but that might not be you. And if you're planning on going into it, then all I could say is just remember, just because you're a day trader doesn't mean you have to trade every single day.